Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing a new cigar from Arandoza Cigars. This cigar debuted at this year's IPCPR, and this is the Defcon. And this comes in three sizes. This is the Toro 6x50. Also comes in a Super Toro 6.5x54 and a Super Robusto 5.5x60. Now, this cigar uses a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, which is no doubt you can make out how dark this cigar is. Nicaraguan binder and filler. Average price of these cigars is $9.80 to $10.80, and they come in boxes of 10. There is the density. And as I said, it's a very dark wrapper. Not much oiliness to it, but it is very dark. And there's your foil band, Defcon. So that's the long and the short of it. So let's get right to it. The Defcon from Arandoza Cigars, the Toro. All right, here we go. Perfect draw. I love that draw. Just hardly any firmness to it. It has a nice draw. Very easy. Flavor notes are very quick to get to your palate. They are a very nice and sweet orange citrus, cream. Those two together taste a lot like a creamsicle. Quite a bit of leather, quite a bit of black coffee, and black pepper at close to an 8. Those are the initial flavors that you're hit with almost immediately right at light up. So let's see where it goes from here. I'm around an inch in, a little bit of a uneven burn there, but that's a very coarse wrapper, so we'll let it even out. The cream that I spoke to you about in the first segment there now has more aspects of a dry cocoa, so you've got that sweet tangy now orange citrus and a dry cocoa combination. The leather is still there, quite prominent. Black coffee at the base. Pepper is still very good, very good. It's lingering very nicely on the finish. The finish is one of I've used this term before, almost like a tapioca pudding, but I'll call it a very lightly toasted cream. But it's very thick. And the cigar, with all the leather and heavy aspects, comes across as medium to full-bodied, if not full-bodied, right out of the gate. So it's going to be a very heavy feeling cigar. So that's what's happening at about the 1-inch point, but it's a nice combination. Those flavors are a very good tasting combination. Well, approaching the midpoint, definitely in the second third of the cigar, and the burn is definitely much better. The flavors are about like I described before, but they're all sort of elevated. Everything is a little more intense, including the leather, the coffee, the sweet citrus, and the cocoa, the dry cocoa. At times, the sweet citrus flavor is so tangy and high-pitched, you get, well, what I can only describe as like a touch of like a green apple. It's just very high-pitched, very sweet, very tangy. But the cigar is definitely full-bodied. The pepper is, if anything, also elevated on both ends. The lingering black pepper is quite intense and just lingers forever. It's one of these cigars that when you retrohale, you really get a lot of black pepper. So that's where we are at the very close to the midpoint. Going along very nicely. Well, we're just past the midpoint, a couple inches remaining. And there's now brown sugar combining with that orange citrus. It gives that nice combination of those two. The dry cocoa is really moved to the background. Not easy to detect at all, but the brown sugar has taken its place and it's quite sweet, adds a little sweetness. The leather notes are mellowed out, but they're there. They're not an oppressive leather. It's just a nice leather flavor. Coffee at the base, of course. So that's the only real change, is the addition or replacement of the cocoa with brown sugar, and it is very nice. Sweetness in any form is always, to me, good, so that's a good change. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Pepper has continued to improve throughout this cigar. Here at the end, it probably got close to an 8. Front end flavors are about like I described before. The only thing you could add to that is there were flashes in the final third of dry cedar. But primarily it was brown sugar, that sweet, tangy citrus, orange citrus, and the leather and coffee combined to make a nice base. They were sort of even in intensity, but made a nice base. Again, the pepper is amazing. Very nice amount of black pepper. Full bodied, without a doubt. Been a very good cigar. I have enjoyed this cigar from start to finish. And very full bodied for Arandoza. And they did a great job, excellent job on this cigar. For me, I'm rating it a 93. Fantastic cigar. Average to decent price point, and you should look for these and try these if you find them, or look for them online if you have to. But ask your local shop for them; they'll get them for you. So there you have it, the Arandoza Defcon Toro.